Actually, I want to cover as much as you would like us to. Obviously, if there's stuff that you want to be out there, we will aim to push it out there.
I'm Valenee Gosine. I'm 37 years old. I'm a primary school teacher, and yeah, I'm here to discuss GNE myopathy with you. GNE is a rare muscle wasting condition that causes your muscles to break down over time. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
So I've got weakness in my hands, my arms, my legs. I've got a bilateral foot drop, but I wear orthotic supports on my shoes that aid my walking. Some people are in wheelchairs, electric wheelchairs. I use a scooter, can still use a walker. I'm using the walker and the scooter because it's about keeping my independence, whereas before I was heavily relying in public, linking onto somebody's arm. So now with my walker and scooter, I don't need to.
I suppose it's a sense of more freedom.
Independence and freedom. Yeah.
So before you did get, how long ago did you get diagnosed?
2010.
2010. So before 2010, were there any kind of symptoms? What was it that made you think, I need to go and I need to get checked?
So basically for my symptoms, I noticed that I was having, I've always been quite like on the go, busy but energetic person. And I noticed that I was having difficulties running, couldn't run anymore. I noticed going in and out of a car, I was lifting my legs to get in and out, and I thought something's not quite right. Why can I not sit down and cross my legs without having to lift my legs across them? So I was teaching abroad at the time, and I came back to England and I got blood tests, and my GP said, there's nothing wrong with you, Valenee, you're healthy, there's nothing wrong. And I thought, you know, that's not quite right. So I said, something is wrong. I would like further investigation. So I was referred to a neurologist, and they suspected it might be a muscle problem. Then I got sent to a place where they tested if it was a muscle or nerve, and it was a muscle problem. Then I got sent and I had to do an MRI scan at King's and a muscle biopsy. There's no cure, there's no medication currently for GNE myopathy, but there are clinical trials that are ongoing.
As someone that has GNE, what does your day-to-day kind of life look like?
So I do my own cooking, I wash my own clothes. I do need support with certain things, but at home I've got adaptation. So I've got a wet room, I've got handrails, I've got an adjustable sink that goes up and down. So I drive. My car's adapted in the sense that the pedals it's an automatic now. I used to drive manual, and the pedals are brought closer together, so it's a smaller distance to move my foot left to right. Since my diagnosis, in my teaching career with a physical disability, I have faced many challenges in the sense where adults, people have not been able to understand and take into consideration certain tasks I can't carry out, like an able-bodied person would carry out. Yeah. But thankfully now I've got super supportive employers, and I work with a supportive team of teachers as well. And I get a lot of I get help with my walker going into work. I use my walker to go into work, so somebody has to take it out my car, and then they put it back in my car when I finished work. So everything's flat, everything's accessible, and the children that I'm teaching are all aware of my condition. So if I ask them to put their chair in, if I'm walking by, they'll happily put their chair in. They help me with if something's too heavy for me to carry, they'll carry it for me. Where I'm currently working now, I'm very much supported. There's been occasions in certain schools where I wasn't supported and expected to carry out tasks that it's impossible for me, which isn't safe for me or the children. I really would like for teachers and adults in education to be aware of not just my condition, but there's other conditions, mental health, where teachers need support, and students get the support. Teachers need support as well, because in order to be confident in what you're in your teaching, you need to be able to be supported.
When you was being unsupported in your previous workspace, did that have a kind of toll on your mental health? Or
I was an autopilot, so I was getting into school before the teachers. First one in school, last one out of school, because I can't carry my books to go home, and I needed to be super prepared because I can't just run up and down the steps to carry things and get my photocopying and all the preparation that you need to get done. It knocked my confidence, yet made me stronger and made me aware of, hang on a minute, if I can cope under this stress, imagine if I had the support in place, I'd be flying, you know. I'd be so much more comfortable. It was disheartening, but it didn't stop me.
So you spoke about the support within the workplace and stuff. I kind of want to touch on support from your community.
Yeah.
So, for example, the Dartford Lions Club kind of put money towards a mobility scooter for you?
Yeah, I was raising, over the summer, I was trying to look for different avenues in helping, in ways in which I can raise the funds for my mobility scooter. And I contacted the Dartford Lions, and it was just amazing. Through one phone call, the support I was given straight away. They paid £300 towards my scooter. And it's just a nice feeling. It's really encouraging to know that your community can help you, and it gives you a sense of pride and secureness.
Is there, other than Dartford Lions, anyone else that?
Independence at home, friends and family. And you know what? I have been so lucky because I've got such supportive people around me, and anywhere I've gone, whether it be Sainsbury's, Bluewater, London, anywhere I've gone, people have always been supportive. Travelling, abroad, they've always offered a help, always been supportive, and considerate.
You are a certified patient advocate.
Yeah, so as a certified patient advocate, we reach out to other people around the world who have GNE myopathy, because it's so rare, and we offer them support. We host patient days around the world and in our country, hold huddles in which we can have different speakers that join us, that could talk about well-being, health, anything, day-to-day living. It's nice to be able to relate with other people.
Being kind of this advocate, would you say it's a kind of a rewarding thing? Is there ever any difficulties with it?
No, it's rewarding. It's not, but it's not. It's just really nice, and I'm happy. I'm happy to give back. We are all different, even if we've all got the same condition, GNE myopathy, but there's different things we can and can't do. Some people, muscle wasting is more progressive than others. So yeah, I just hope that the future for people with a physical disability or mental health, as a teacher, there can be more support in the workplace, that people are not going to be affected by the stigma or the I don't fit in attitude and give up on what they enjoy doing. And I really hope that things can improve, and people don't just give up because they don't feel supported. Talk, speak out, speak. If you've got something that's bothering you, if you need help, if you need support, and I've learnt this myself, you've got to ask for help, you've got to ask for support where and when it's needed.